Are you liking the hair or... Okay, so I look like 100% different from the last video. I have got my hair done. It's shorter and it's darker and it's better and it's nicer, and I hope you guys like it. I got my hair cut by my cousin. She's a hairdresser, and my mum box dyed it for me at home. So there are a couple of little blonde bits like here, but that is absolutely fine because I have dyed my hair at home before brown, and just like this time I was blonde beforehand, so after a few washes the brown fades and the blonde starts to peep through anyway, so that's just to be expected, I think. I mean, I'm not a professional hairdresser at all, but from my personal experience, it's just, you know, it kind of just happens. So I will be putting another lot of dye on it in a couple of weeks once it's, you know, kind of had a break, I guess. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to get this look. This is my go-to date night look. It's really quick, it's really easy, so if you want to see how I got this look then just keep watching. My face feels so dry, like it's actually ridiculous. I need to moisturise. Sorry little kitty. I am not on my own today. I have a friend with me. Oh my god, he's so cute and I don't want to disturb him, but I really want you guys to see. Say hello. Say hi. I feel like he's gonna bite me. You okay? Are you camera shy? Yep, he's camera shy. Can you guys see him? Like just here, chilling, walking all over my makeup. Yeah, anyway, my face is like hella dry. By the way, I'm using the Vaseline Intensive Care Spray Moisturizer. This one doesn't have like a scent or anything, it's just the normal one. They have one that has that really healthy stuff in it. What's it called? It's not avocado, but it is green. I'm literally just doing things, like everything, from start to finish, because the actual date night makeup isn't that much, like you don't have to do a lot, so I thought I would just do everything start to finish. Basically I'm doing my eyebrows as well. Primer, where are you? I've lost my primer. So I have this new primer that I've seen. It's by Revolution. Well, I think it's new. I mean, I only saw it advertised the other day. I was actually surprised that it was in our store. Like, oh, ow! I literally just went like that, like full on in my chest with the corner of this flipping tube. Yeah, that hurt a lot. Hey mate. His name's Tigger, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not. Yeah, our Superdrug store is actually quite pants. Like, they're not really up to date, I don't think, with like how often they get all the new products in by Revolution, and it really annoys me, but whatever. I was surprised when I saw this one in there the other day. They had this one and another one because Revolution have just come out with 4, I think. Not sure. I think it's 4 though. Yeah, and this is one of them. They have this one. This is a hydrate one. They have one that is like mattifying, and I don't know what the other 2 are. But yeah, I obviously went for hydrate because, in case you don't know, I have dry skin, so this is probably going to work wonders for me. I have high hopes for this. So yeah, I'm going to try this out today for the first time, and I have nothing smaller than this big ass mirror. Hey there. Basically I have nothing smaller than this massive mirror to do my makeup in. Yeah, I'm just kind of balancing it on my lap. So I'm going to give it like a tiny little shake. It doesn't really sound like the bottle's like full up. It is brand new though. I did not pick up a tester by accident or anything. So I don't know if you can hear that. It doesn't really sound like it's completely full up. So I'm not convinced that they're actually giving you a generous amount of product, and it sounds really quite runny as well. So I'm going to just pop this onto my... Oh my god, did you see that? I'm not even squeezing the bottle, like I'm just holding the bottle. Hang on. Oh, it's going to drip. Hang on. Look, 2 fingers. Yeah, I'm not squeezing. Don't know if I like that or not. Oh! I don't really want to... Okay guys, I'm really sorry about the way that I look right now. I look gross, I know, I'm sorry. But I'm just editing this video and I just had to pop this in to say that honestly, what do I actually look like right now? This looks so inappropriate for this platform. I had to pop this in because I feel like a lot of people watching this are going to know exactly what I mean and agree with me and think the same thing. So I just had to let you know that I am with you. Prime my arm, to be honest. That was me squeezing the bottle. Okay, so basically, tip number 1, you have to be really careful. You have to be really careful with like how much you apply. Okay, let's rub it in. It feels quite nice. It literally feels like I'm rubbing in the moisturiser that I just used. Yeah, it literally just feels like moisturiser. I have hair dye in my ear. Now it's dried down, it's made my skin feel really, really soft. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows first. So I'm going to go in first with some of the Benefit Gimme Brow. I just do this because it initially fills in my eyebrows so that, I don't know, I feel like this makes it a whole lot easier for when I'm filling them in. Like, I don't have to pay that much attention to them. I feel like I can just outline them and then fill where necessary. It's nice to do at the front and also to get all the hairs going in the right direction. Then I'm going to use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I'm going to warm this up a little bit on the back of my hand so that it is easily usable. I do find with this, unless you do warm it up first, it is quite hard to actually get it to draw onto the skin. When it does, it's good because it's pigmented, but it's like, I don't know, just the initial like, I find myself doing that a lot. I don't know if that's just me or what, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to start like up here on the top of my brow, just before my arch. I'm going to zoom you in actually. Hiya. Anyway, I'm just going to carry on and kind of draw the arch, just following the shape of my brow bone. And I'm just going to bring it all the way along the top, pretty much. But I leave kind of like this much of a gap, like at the beginning. Not that much of a gap, but a little tiny bit. I'm going to go underneath, right from the start of the brow, all the way along, and just join it up. And I just kind of like make the arch a little bit higher if I feel like it. And then I'm just going to colour it in and fill that in. It is pretty good for filling in. However, I do have a scar going through that eyebrow, in case you didn't just see that. So I do usually go in with more pomade over top of it to make it like 100% covered up basically. But I don't know, I might just leave it today. I'm going to carve it out in a minute and tidy it up, so it really depends on how it looks after that. And then at the front, I just kind of fill it into that gap that I left, and then I just sort of flick upwards. And then I go in with the spoolie that is on the other end of the brush and the pencil. And I just sort of blend it out towards the middle and up and comb all the hairs the same way. So before I go on to the other eyebrow, I'm gonna like carve it out and tidy so that I can make sure I'm happy with it 100%. Otherwise it would be at this point where I just completely start again. I'm just taking this flat brush and I'm starting on the bottom just by following it along. And I have to admit, I like basically do this step like religiously. I do this every time I do my eyebrows. And I take like a little bit of concealer along the top, right at the front, because obviously where I was flicking up, some of that product is like faded up here. So I just want to go over that with some concealer and like hide that. And I just kind of try and push it out with my finger, blend it out a little bit. And then if I need to, I'll go along the top, but today I don't feel like I do because I did a great job. And then I'll just tidy up the tail. And then with the brush, I'll just go around the concealer and just basically try to blend it out a little bit. Okay, So at this point I will then look at my eyebrow and evaluate if I like it or not, and think about all the bad life decisions that I've made to get me to this point because I don't like it. Okay, so I feel like it needs to be curvier here, so I'll just take some more product and just do this. I can't talk and concentrating. Basically what I did there is just took some concealer around this part and just basically went a bit higher with the concealer to make the arch a little bit thinner, I guess. I think that's probably the best way to describe, but I don't actually know if I'm happy with that eyebrow or not. Oh my god, I'm so indecisive, it's unreal. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I got really peed off with this one, so I actually took it off and started again and just caught up on the other eye, but I literally did the exact same steps as what I said before. So now I'm going to go over So now I'm going to go back over the top with the Gimme Brow just to add some dimension and to make it look a little bit darker, I think, because of the new hair. So yeah, literally this is probably the favourite step of mine because it's so easy. I feel like this one is a tad fleekier. I don't know, let me know what you think. And not even completely, because I love, like I literally swear by the saying of they're sisters not twins, but they will do for moi. So I'm going to zoom you back out and we're going to do the base. Oh, look at that, I zoomed you out so far, didn't I? Okay, so I have primed and I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation in the shade F4 in case you're interested, and I'm just going to dollop this on my face. For some reason I've got into the habit of like doing section by section around my face, and I'm going to buff it in with a brush instead of using my beauty blender because I feel like I literally use that all the time, and I don't really pay much attention to my under eye with foundation. I literally kind of focus on my under eye with just the concealer because I don't want to have too much product underneath there. If you have never used this foundation before, like, I really highly recommend it. For someone like me, like seriously, you can see how bad my skin is, can't you? And it always manages to just hide any blemishes that I have. Sometimes you can see them like peeking through, but that's just because of like, if they're like bumpy. That sounds so disgusting, I know, but it is what it is. I mean, look at that. Like, it covers up pretty good, I think. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way. Mine is in the shade Swan, which is a pretty light one. I'm not even going to guess what one, like how many shades to the lightest it is, but I think it's pretty close. But the coverage on this is literally perfect. This is another thing. Since I've tried this, I've literally not gone and used another concealer, I don't think. I basically stick to that concealer because I just flipping love it. So before I go ahead and set my under eyes using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder, this thing, I get it all like ready for me to dip into, and then I get my beauty blender, the very tip of it, and I just kind of swipe right under my under eyes where the product would normally sit. And recently I've started using this angled fluffy brush to set my under eyes, and I just get up as close as I can to my eye. That probably looked so gross, you guys. I make sure that I do this first before it has another chance to set into the fine lines that I have, which I really feel like I shouldn't have because I'm not old. And then I just take a little bit and with my finger just kind of get rid of any product that's set into the lines on my eyelids, and just go over with a little bit of product to set that all into place to prevent that from happening again too. And while I'm here on this step, I have some fine lines that my foundation normally like sinks into my forehead, so I'm going to go ahead and set those into place so that that doesn't happen. Also, like here, oh, go away. Yeah, here on my chin. Also my Cupid's bow, I like to set that pretty much straight away. And my smile lines too. And I do like to pay attention to setting my nose because it does tend to get a little bit oily throughout the day. And then just dust it over the rest of my face. I just realised that I didn't actually cream contour my face to warm it up at all. But in all honesty, I didn't actually set the rest of my face that much. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of my Freedom. I've literally got the tiniest bit ever left, so I'm just going to use it up. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that in the contours of my cheeks and around here on my forehead. And I'm just gonna blend that in using my beauty blender. I just feel like it adds that little bit of warmth. Okay, so from here, I am gonna go in with my Hoola bronzer. Just start tapping it. I don't like to swipe it because I have to be quite careful with Hoola bronzer because I don't want to look too ridiculous, but obviously I want to still look bronzed, so I like to just be careful. I don't like to swipe as much. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm because he was an angel. Okay, so I'm going to do highlight last because it's like my favourite bit, and I'm going to go on to the eyes now. So for my go-to look for date night, I use the Huda Beauty palette. This is called Mauve Obsessions, and I know that this is quite pricey. I know that some people may not have this, so I will show you what the colours are like inside and give you a close-up. These are kind of what they're like. So if you have colours similar to these, then it's still really easy to create. Like, you don't have to have this palette to do this look. I feel like they're colours that are going to be really easy to get a hold of in like drugstore. First of all, I basically just use one brush to blend this all together. I know that sounds a bit crazy and it might sound gross to some of you and it might annoy some of you, but I just find it easier to use one brush to do this because it's so quick and easy, and then it all blends together nice as well. And I use the Morphe like 200. So I'm going to start by taking this brown shade here in the middle, and I just start by placing this on the outer V. I kind of just start by dabbing it on, and then I kind of blend it up and around. And when I'm blending it up and around, I use like small circular motions. I find that works easiest. And then when I get to about the center, I start to use side to side motions. And then I take some of this light shade. It's kind of like a white creamy shade, and I will go along the edges with this just to soften them out. Also, it makes it look so much more blended and softer, and it just, I don't know, it just makes it look nicer. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going to take is this shade down here, and I basically just apply that over the top on the outer V, and pretty much do exactly the same, but I don't go up as high. I just take it through the crease. If it does go up higher than intended, then it doesn't really matter. I would just say go over with some of this and try to blend it together. After I've gone through the crease, I take a little bit more on the outer V just to make it deeper and just drag it along, well, across my eyelid. And then I do go in with some of the white anyway to just make sure it's nice and blended. Okay, so next what I do is I go in with this burgundy shade down here in the corner, and I just literally do the same thing as I did with the purple. Apply it to the outer V and drag it through my crease. I feel like when it's on the eyelid mixed with that purple, it creates a little bit of a pink effect. I just quite like how it turns out all together. So from here, I then take my NYX Epic Ink eyeliner, and I don't go to town and do a winged eyeliner. I just literally do a basic liner on the top of my eyelid, and I make sure it's not too thick either. So I start by just holding it like I would hold a pen, and then I rest it on my eyelid to get the kind of thickness that I want, and then I just start drawing the line to the end of my eye. For the inner corner, I just make sure that I do really short, like quick-ish like swipes. I got this tip from Soph Does Nails, and honestly it works for me. However, eyeliner is one of those things that Everyone just does in their own different way that they're comfortable with. So then for my waterline, I am going to add some of the Natural Collection like pencil. This is just in the shade black. Oh my god, it's so difficult because I'm trying to like hold the mirror and stuff at the same time. And then the only other brush that I use is the BH Cosmetics, which is the number 5. And I just take some of the purple and the burgundy, just a mixture of those colours, and I just run that along my lower lash line. I don't know if I'm doing this well enough for you to see. Then I just take some of the brush that I was using a minute ago, and then some of the white colour from the palette, and just smoke it out a little bit, or blend it out a little bit, shall I say. Okay, so for eyelashes, I'm trying out some new ones today, and they're actually ones that aren't very expensive at all. They are £1, and no, they're not from Poundland. They're actually from Primark, and they are the Sultry false eyelashes. However, I don't want to use the glue that's in them because I don't know how that's going to be, and I have a favourite glue already, which isn't duo, believe it or not. It is the Kiss glue that comes with the Kiss eyelashes. I use it for whatever eyelashes that I put on, and they just stay on for so long. So I'm going to try these out because while I trim them down, I'll just tell you why. I wanted to try these out because I've heard so many different things about Primark eyelashes. Some of them have been good things, however some of them have been bad. Couldn't tell you right now off the top of my head why, like who has said what and why, like why they're good, why they're bad, but I just thought I would try out for myself and see what they're like. And I just, by the way, what I just did there was I measured them to my eyelid and cut them down. I don't know how accurate I've done that because I was talking at the same time, so I wasn't like fully concentrating. But I'm just going to pop some eyelash glue on there. Not loads and loads. I'm just going to do a thin layer and just wait for that to go tacky. So yeah, anyway, I thought I would just give it a go and see what I think of them. I've recently got into a habit of like not using tweezers to apply my false eyelashes. Like I just use my fingers. However, sometimes I do need them on the inner corner. But oh, that didn't go on too bad, did it really? Oh, that was well easy. What do you think? I think they're alright. I think they look alright. I actually quite like them. Wow, I would wear these like on a night out or something. Maybe even like on a day out. Who knows? The only thing that I would say is you have to kind of spread them. Otherwise they seem to be like quite bunched together and they just kind of go up that way instead of like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like if you spread them out a little bit towards the inner corner, they're a little bit better. Or maybe I just didn't cut them right. Maybe I did them too short, I don't know, but it seemed right. I mean, the amount that I cut off is what I would normally cut off on any lashes anyway, but I'm still pretty happy with it, so let's go ahead and put the other one on. Okay, so both the lashes are on now, and I'm just going to apply some mascara to the bottom lashes. They were so easy to apply, and also the lash band itself is actually really thin, so I feel like I could get away with wearing those without eyeliner on. And now for my favourite bit, which is the highlighter. So for this look, I'm going to use the Becca highlighter, and mine is in the shade Pearl. If you're interested, I'm not sure if you are or not, this is a really great highlighter. I love it, but it's even better when it's wet. Oh my god, look how much highlighter was on that brush. Let's go. Ooh, oh girl. Feel like I'm having one of those moments where I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, yes, and then as soon as I like try taking selfies after this video, my camera's just gonna be like, no hun, just go to sleep. Hey, I feel like it's like not good enough, so where is it? I hope you guys know what I'm reaching for or trying to find. I'm going to use some Soph palette highlight, and I'm just going to use like this brown shade down here with a mixture of this gold shade up here, because I feel like it just needs a bit of like warmth. I'm going to take this brush to use the Becca highlight, because this is going to be a perfect inner corner highlight, I think. So now for the lips, I'm going to start by trying a new product, and it is the I Heart Revolution Multi-Liner Nudes, and it is that pen thing that has like 4 different lip liners in one place. I just really have wanted to try this out for ages. So the lipstick that I'm going for is my usual Nude Chauffeur, just a really nice nude colour. I just gone for this one, which is like the darkest one, I think. And yeah, I'm just going to line my lips with it. I'm going to pop some of this over top and see how it looks. And because I'm not a pro at lipstick, I'm going to have to tidy up the edges a little bit, so just bear with. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. I mean, I'm really liking this look, especially now I've got my hair done. I think it looks so much better. If you don't already, then I will leave it on the screen now. Go and follow me over on my Instagram, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!